Roblox Wanted gets thousands of new players every single day, a lot of them brand new. There's so many things to buy, you don't know what to buy in terms of vehicles. So today I'm going to go through my 5 best choices for starter vehicles that new players should get. As this video goes along, I'm going to recommend them even more till we get to the final vehicle, which is literally, I'd recommend everyone gets it, even if you're an experienced player, because it's really good for the price. Ignore the mic, I'm trying different things. The mic keeps popping. I notice every time I do like a B or a P or something like that, it just kind of pops. I'm trying a different position for the mic to see if that fixes it. So yeah, let's get into it. First up, I'm going to blend 2 into 1 because they're very similar, and I don't really recommend buying both. I just recommend picking one of these. We've got the G Cruiser, which is 280,000 cash, 41% top speed, 28% acceleration, 46% braking. Then for health, it's 500 for the car, 100 for the windows and tires, and free armor. Again, this is 280,000 cash. It's got 4 seats, even though it looks like it could definitely have more. There's a 5th seat in there, and there's also a boot, which could even store like 2 more people. So I don't really know why it's 4 seats. This is a vehicle that I used a lot. My trajectory for my main vehicle went from Cruiser to G Cruiser to Pulse, then to Spectre, and now it's on Empyrean. So I used this vehicle. I think it's a great vehicle and I'd highly recommend it. Or you can go with the Gemstone. This is a newer one. This costs more though, 400,000, 46% top speed. Every stat for the performance is more. We've got 35% acceleration and 56% braking. And then for the health, we've got 200 on the body, 100 on the tires and the glass, and then 0 armor. This is a lot of stats. I'm going to mess it up a lot. So yeah, considerably lower health than the G Cruiser, but considerably more performance, which is interesting. It's got 5% more top speed, 7% more acceleration, and 10% more braking. Both vehicles are 4 seats. This one's smaller. They've both got the same amount of repair costs. So if you deal damage, it will cost the same. It's actually more than I think most vehicles, but you know, still it's the same price. So it just really depends. If you're more of a combat oriented person and you want protection for the vehicle, you're in a lot of fighting situations, I'd say go for the G Cruiser. You know, it's a little bit slower than the Gemstone, but it is cheaper. I think it will be worth it with that extra health. If you max upgrade it as well, you can make it go to 47% top speed, which is more than the default Gemstone, 36% acceleration, and 58% braking. All 3 of those are more, 1% more top speed, 1% more acceleration, and 2% more braking compared to a default Gemstone. Obviously you're going to spend more than 400,000 to upgrade it in total with the vehicle price, but still, it could be a factor you might want to consider. Health as well. It goes from 500 for the body to 1,250. Obviously, infinite windows and tires, and then 6 armor. It's a beefy vehicle, so if you want to max upgrade it, it'll cost you even more. But yeah, I think this is definitely, if you're more PvP focused, go with this one. You can even equip a spare tire on the back of it, which is nice, and you can see this is the speed of it. We'll drive it around a little bit, as well as take a look at the interior. It's basic, it's simple. There's a dash on the front of it. You can see it does go a bit. It's not terrible. It's okay. It does get around. It's got good speed, and the health is crazy. Meanwhile, the Gemstone, if you fully upgrade it, it goes to 53% top speed, 45% acceleration, 70% braking. That's a huge jump. And then it goes to 500 for the health and free armor. So the health and the armor for a max Gemstone is the same as a default G Cruiser. So again, if you prefer the performance, go for the Gemstone. If you prefer the health of the vehicle and you're more into combat, go with the G Cruiser. So as much as I use the G Cruiser, I'm more of a performance guy than a combat person, so I probably would go with the Gemstone. You can see the difference. Look at it pulling away. The acceleration on it is crazy. It's really nice in the interior. I think it's actually got the best interior of the entire game. I know you don't really look in interiors much, but it's still interesting. High-tech thing with this panel, this nice screen on it, some air conditioning, speakers. It looks really nice. Even the chairs have like this plush kind of design on them. It's crazy. And if we test the braking, we go there and then we stop. That's quick. That's really quick. From that mark there to this pole, fully stop. If you're into performance, go with the Gemstone. I think most of you are probably into more of the speed of a vehicle, so go with the Gemstone. If you're not, go with the G Cruiser. It's a nice 4-seater vehicle that you can choose. All right, number 3. This is a vehicle that is super easy to get. You just have to like complete the tutorial and you get it. So everyone has it that's playing the game. It's the Cruiser. Again, this is a 4-seater vehicle, but it's not as good as the other ones. My advice though is to upgrade the Cruiser. By default, you're looking at 37% top speed, 30 acceleration, 51% braking, 200 on the body with 0 armor. But for just 290,000 cash, which is 10,000 more than buying the G Cruiser on its own, you can upgrade that to 40% top speed, 36% acceleration, and 63% braking. And then you can also spend 120,000 to get 500 on the health, 3 armor and then infinite on both of the tires and the windows, of course. I think this is a good deal. 280,000. You're used to the cruiser, you know how it drives. The stats are less than G Cruiser or the Gemstone, but I think it could be a good play, something that's affordable, because you don't have to spend 280,000 in one go. You can just buy little things. You can just upgrade the engine, that's like 80 or 100,000, then do the transmission at another time. You could even do a bit of a weaker one. I think it makes a lot of sense to focus and upgrade your cruiser. That's what I did before getting the G Cruiser. I upgraded the performance of my cruiser. And you can see this is the maxed out cruiser, and it's good. It's genuinely solid. Like comparing this to the G Cruiser that we looked at earlier on Max, like it feels the same, if not quicker, although I don't think it is. I think it might be the acceleration that's kind of buffing the cruiser right now. This is actually decent. You have the vehicle anyway, you're used to the vehicle. Why not upgrade it? I would highly recommend doing that. I think it's a good play. But of course, it could be better. Now, if you asked me about a month ago what I'd recommend, I would not have this next vehicle on the list. But because of the recent new robbery with the cargo plane, it's absolutely on this list. I would highly recommend you buy a helicopter. And the cheapest one is this one, the Mini Bird. 37% top speed, 23% handling, 3 seconds of spool time, 250 max health, and 0 armor. This costs 1.4 million. Which is quite a lot. This is not something you're going to instantly be able to get, but you can save up, you can grind it, you can get some Amethyst Vaults, some Emerald Vaults, you know, join their Discord server, get the notifications on, and get to 1.4 million, and I think this is a great purchase with that money. You should keep in mind though that there's no upgrades for helicopters as of recording this. That's just not a thing in the game. You can't customize a helicopter, you can't upgrade helicopters. What I just listed as the stats are the stats for everyone. It's not bad, like it's simple. It's not going to be as effective as a car to getting to A and B, but because of things like airdrops where you can use your helicopter to drop them really fast, because of things like the cargo plane where you can, you know, go to the plane and fly up there, you literally can't get up to the plane otherwise unless if you're there when the plane lands on the hour every hour. You are actively missing out on a robbery if you don't buy a helicopter, so I would highly recommend doing it. I think it makes a lot of sense nowadays. You can go first person as well. There's 2 seats, so you can bring along a friend with you. Actually, the seats right there in front of you, so they'll just sit on the passenger seat at the front. I'd like to see the upgrades and the customization come soon. They're not in the game yet. 1.4 million is all you'll have to pay right now. All right, the final one. It was added a few updates ago. Literally costs you nothing. It's the rival. If you don't know how to get this, you click on menu in the top right, then you go to missions, and you should see a daily mission. You get a mission every single day, and if you complete the mission, it adds to a streak. If you get certain streaks, you get certain rewards. On day 3, you get the rival vehicle. It literally costs you nothing. You just have to do these challenges for 3 days in a row. Let me do the challenges right now. I need to rob an ATM, and I need to sell some tech items. So I should be able to go to Tech Shack and take some tech items. Let me just grab like a bunch in case it doesn't count a few of them as tech items. Then break an ATM. We can break those. Done. And if I sell the loot, it should give me that. There we go. I've completed the mission. I get 25 grand, a basic vehicle crate, and any reward that I get for completing that streak. On day 3, or 3 days in a row, you have to make sure you don't miss a day. You'll get the rival. By default, it's got 39% top speed, 31% acceleration, 53% braking, and then 200 health, 0 armor. And if you upgrade it, which will cost you a few 100,000, it will get it to 43% top speed, 38% acceleration, 66% braking, 500 on the body armor, and then 3 actual armor pieces. This is a very quick vehicle. It's very good, and it costs you literally nothing. You'll actually make 75,000 cash in the process, so you can put that money towards upgrading it if you want to. It makes a lot of sense. It's a great vehicle, and it's, yeah, again, completely free. If you don't want to do the challenges though for 3 days, maybe you missed a streak, maybe you're not around enough, and you know, I don't know, maybe you just don't want to, you can buy the new Mochi vehicle. This was added the last update. It costs 6,000. It is practically identical to the rival. I think it's slightly worse. Max upgraded, I'm pretty sure it's 1 less acceleration and 1 less braking for the percentages. Apart from that, it's identical. So it will cost you a tiny bit more, 6,000, but you can get it instantly instead of doing the daily streaks. But you can see the difference. Like, it's so similar to the rival. So if you want to get it instantly, you want to spend the money, get the Mochi. I wouldn't recommend it though. I'd recommend just grinding for the 3 days and getting the rival. Those are my 5, technically 6 best vehicles I can advise you to buy if you're new to the game. Let me know your thoughts on them in the comments. If you've got any other vehicle that you want to recommend, make sure it's easy to get. Don't suggest the Blade, because technically it's free. That's like a bunch of work you got to put in, you know, something like the Zorro. Make sure to subscribe. Let me know if the mic sounded different. I'm going to keep experimenting with it, because this is a good microphone. So clearly I'm doing something wrong. It's a me issue. So maybe it like this made better. I don't know. Maybe it's going to sound terrible. The video is going to come out either way. If you want to check out another wanted video, it's right there. I can't remember what it was, but it was the last wanted video I made, so check it out right there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.